Good morning, guys. My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. So in today's episode, we're working on this older Lexus RX 350. It came in for our new car prep and ceramic coatings. No, it didn't. Came in for our diamond service. It is our full interior and exterior detailing. No polishing, no coatings, but it is going to receive a full cleaning. Now, this thing's been sitting for about a year. Let's go over it. It's got some issues going on. We're not a disaster detail channel. No. We're a real detailing business. We do full details. We do polishing and ceramic coatings. That's the type of work that we do. Now, we also teach. So we help other new and upcoming detailers learn how to run their business, learn how to do proper procedures and methods to make sure that their business is successful. Now, we have our own procedures and methods that we have learned throughout our 13 years of business. Many of these methods we have picked up along the way from other detailers, and we've adapted them to kind of fit our own style and our own way of detailing. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Now, I'm gonna walk you through some of the steps especially for the exterior of this vehicle. The interior, I'll show you a little bit, but the exterior is really bad because, again, it sat for a year and it has all this mold and nasty buildup on all of the seams and especially the roof. It's really bad. So stick around, this one's gonna be satisfying. So we're gonna get started on this old Lexus. Look at that buildup. How do you remove that? We're gonna show you. There's different ways of removing it, but we're gonna show you an easy way to use the pressure washer. It's safe, it's effective. We'll show you how to handle the pressure washer properly. Oh, look at that. Ooh, that is really, really bad. So we have all this buildup in all the seams, and we also have all this nasty buildup in the door jambs. How do you get rid of that? You can brush it out, you can vacuum some of it out. We're gonna show you how to use the pressure washer again to clean that. Now, we have an interior detail that we're doing on this as well. So if we get some stuff on here, it's okay. In fact, I'm glad that we have the rubber mat here because I'd rather have the rubber mat. If I didn't have this, I'd be putting a big beach towel here that I use for cars like this. Because of the hatchback style, water and junk can get in here. So that's why it's good to have a rubber mat like this or just towels, because we're gonna pressure wash this all out. So you'll see how we do that. And you'll see that we degrease this also. It starts to emulsify and loosen it all up. Makes it very easy to blast all this out. Now, same goes with all the door jambs. You see how nasty they are? These can all be degreased and blown out with the pressure washer. So we'll show you how to do that. We're also gonna remove these mats. So let's just rip these out, because I'm also going to blow the interior out with the blow tool or the Tornador. I don't know which one yet. I think there's gonna be some mildew in here, so I will be using like an enzyme cleaner to help with that. Any day now, any day. All that needs to be blown out. And I don't always do that with details, but in this case, it's so gross, I'm gonna blow all this out before I even start to wash the exterior. Man, that roof is bad. The wheels and wheel wells, not that bad. And the tires, meh. Ew. Now, when you're dealing with mildew like this, it's basically a buildup of mildew from sitting outside under trees. This can actually stain the paint. And I think it might have some artillery fungus. I'm seeing a little bit of artillery fungus. We'll deal with that as well. But this and that and all that will stain the paint. So even though we can clean it all off and we can do a light, machine applied wax or sealant, that can actually stain the paint and leave permanent lines in the paint. That just may not come out 100%. So it's damaged. That stuff can damage the paint. That's why I'm always talking about nature. It's beautiful, but it can destroy your vehicles. So before we get started with washing, we're going to blow the vehicle out like I mentioned. And I'm just using the little handheld blower here to get out any of the loose debris. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. So what's the weirdest thing you found in a vehicle? Let me know down below. So with the interior blown out, we're going to start on the door jambs, degreasing them, and we're just using an all-purpose cleaner in the little electric spray bottle, and that will start softening junk up in there. And you can do that before you do any of the exterior because it's out of the sunlight, and that can give it some time to emulsify all that junk. Now I am going to do a pre-rinse on this just to see if I can get the majority of that junk off the paint. Now this pressure washer that I have, this tip is a 25-degree tip. The pressure washer is the AR Blue 630, which is rated at around 1300 PSI, but I have a gauge on it and it is reading about 1000 PSI as it comes out. And when it gets here, it might be around 1000 PSI, a little more, a little less, I'm not sure exactly. That is perfect. That's enough pressure to not harm anything, but still blast all this gunk out of all the seams. So it's going to take some time to do that. So use this like a blade to get into these seams and blow them out. Then you can do your APC or your pre-wash, and we're just gonna soak down all of this because it's so gross. And I'm gonna pressure wash the top also, and okay, I guess we're gonna do that first, and then we'll pressure wash it. That's okay, it'll soften that junk. You can do it either way. It really doesn't make too much of a difference. I just like to be able to see it blast off the paint, but the APC here will soften that up as well. Now, what about this rear hatch jam? Let's show you how to do this. And again, it might make a little bit of a mess in here. It's okay. We're going to clean it. Start with the pressure washer outside of the vehicle like so, and work your way in. That wasn't too bad, right? Now, of course, it's going to leave just a little bit here, but I can go back in there with a towel or a brush later and get that. Or, again, you can maneuver the pressure washer in here. It's not as scary as some people think. You can see that clear line there. Isn't that awesome? Satisfying. Yes, and when you see paint chips like this, be careful, but realize that the vehicle is already in rough shape, so don't make it worse, just be careful around those. So I have Koch Chemie Superfoam in here, the SFN? NF? This is a high alkaline cleaner. It's very strong. It's actually very clean now. Now that we really thoroughly rinsed and did that pre-wash, the paint is very clean. All of the crevices and gross moldy areas are all clean. I'm sure there's going to be some little areas that we're going to have to brush or use a towel after it's all dried, because you know, it's kind of hard to see when everything's all wet. Deal with that after everything is all dried. I like it. Smells pleasant. Yeah, it's got a very manly smell. It's a manly shampoo. Yeah, very cologne-y. Yeah, it's got some grit. I see some weird sappy bits and yeah, but oh wow, it's releasing off the paint really nicely. I'm surprised I'm not seeing a lot of artillery fungus. How is that even possible? For it sitting for a year, we should see some artillery fungus, but I'm not really seeing it. No fungi. He's no fungi. Oh, wait. I spoke too soon. Ah, but it comes right off. Not bad. Wow, it is not gritty at the bottom at all. It's all the top surfaces that had that mildew that it's actually not bad. How it's so smooth, I don't know.
I've wet my face like 12 times already. Should have put a face shield on for this one.
Oh, you should have. You didn't wet your pants?
I did not.
Oh, that's good. That would be embarrassing. Uh-huh. So you did wet your pants. I knew it. You have a pant wetting problem. She's unstoppable. Now, because the vehicle sat for a while, the wheels were really not that bad. So not a ton to show here. So since we pulled those rubber mats out, we degreased them and we scrubbed them down as well. So as we're drying the exterior, we also dry all the door jambs and we add protection. So we're using AM Detail's hybrid detailer for that. So we just pulled in the Lexus. Let's examine it. Let's see how well we did. Oh, not bad at all. But you see, yeah, it stained the paint. Can that come out? If you do some heavy polishing, yes. I'll see if, you know, when we're doing our wax application, you can get in there with a little hand applicator and try to get some of that out. I think a lot of it is going to be permanent, especially up here. It really ruined the paint. But yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it looks way better. Better than it was. But all the seams, they look good, but look, see this? Because of it sitting for so long, this stuff just starts to peel up. And it's actually under here, you can peel it all up if you want. It's just aluminum, it's like aluminum trim. If it was me, I'd just rip all that off and you'd have nice aluminum trim. But look at all the rubber. Very nice. So using that pressure washer like a blade can get all in there, and I didn't even have to use any brushes. So it's possible. Now some may say, oh, that's way too dangerous to do. If you have like a 2,000 to 3,000 PSI pressure washer, sure. But this one, no, it's perfectly safe. It's fine. And sometimes you have to be aggressive with it. You can totally do that. Many detailers do it. Larry from Ammo NYC does it all the time. Don't worry, that's actually how I learned it from him years ago. Same with all the door jambs and trunk lid area, all of that out. Now, did it make a little bit of a mess in here? Yeah, it did, but it was already gross. If you are concerned, once again, you can put a big beach, to get a cheap, gigantic beach towel and put it all in here and cover things, and then you can blast it all out, or you can vacuum it, brush it all out, do whatever you want to do. But our method, it's just fast, it's efficient, gets things done. Oh, way better. That looks so good. All the door jambs cleaned. I used the AM Details hybrid detailer, which is a really good sealant. It's a ceramic detailer. It's really good stuff. It'll actually get you months, like probably 6 or more months of protection in here, maybe even a year. So we're gonna tackle the interior. We do have some stains. It's an older vehicle. So some of these stains are gonna be set, but we're going to clean it. It's going to be sanitized. It's going to be fresh and ready for the new owner. So up here, yeah, that looks really, really nice. So let's knock out the interior and then we'll show you what we're using for protection. So let's quickly show you the interior. It didn't take long to clean because it really wasn't too bad. So we scrubbed all of the plastics, all of the leather, and we also cleaned the carpets and extracted certain areas of those carpets. If you're curious, we're using Phoenix EOD, the Kraken APC. This is an incredible interior cleaner. It's also not super high alkaline that it needs to be neutralized. Let's remove that sticky gunk inside the windshield and that gunk on the exterior of the windshield. Just a little glass polish from P&S. That's easily removed from the exterior. And just a little bit of Ulix on the other side of the applicator. Should dissolve this. It'll make a little bit of a sploochy mess, but we'll have to just remove it in layers. Oh wow, that actually cleaned up a lot easier than I thought. Nice. Well, that cleaned up a lot easier than I thought. So for protection, let's keep this quick and easy and simple. DIY detail, there's ceramic gloss. Wipe on, wipe off, ceramic protection. Now, of course, this paint is in really rough shape. It really needs much, much more, but it sat for a year and the customer doesn't necessarily want it polished to perfection because the imperfections on here are just kind of beyond detailing. There needs to be repairs and repainting. We're not delving that deep into that. We've cleaned the paint. It's nice and smooth despite rock chips and other things in it. Whatever. Let's protect it. Let's gloss it up. Let's make it look really, really nice. You can mist this on the paint if you want or on your towel. And it's wipe on, wipe off, extremely simple. It's gonna add gloss, slickness, and ceramic protection, so it will bead water for a few months. This stuff is so easy to apply that every time you wash your car, you can mist it on while it's wet and use it as a drying aid. Continuous protection all the time. And this stuff smells incredible. It's like fruit juice. Well, the old Lexus is looking incredible. Let's take a quick look around. If you remember what it looked like before with all of that mold buildup. And yeah, it looks so much better. So that's it, guys. What do you think? Huge transformation, right? Well, the customer's going to be happy, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. Check out the links down below if you're interested in any of those products, and we'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the next video.